남자입니다. 안녕하세요 여러분들. 또 상쾌한 아침이에요. 상쾌한 가을 아침인데요. 그래서 오늘은 너무 예쁜 가로수 아래서 생방 하도록 하겠습니다. So today it's a very not too cold, very serene and very cool autumn morning here in Istanbul. We're sitting under Karosu. I don't know what's the English name for this tree. If you guys know, you can let me know. And here I am in my most favorite park. Show you guys. Yeah. You know, I live in this area, so every day I kind of like hang out here very often. See, this is 10 a.m. here in Istanbul, and today is a very cloudy day, the kind of day that vampires like me like. And good morning, Jitan. And I'm having a cheap coffee today. Yes, here in this part of Istanbul, Starbucks is cheap coffee, right? Starbucks is the cheapest coffee I can get in this area. And as you can see, Starbucks is also celebrating Christmas already. You see, the Christmas cup is out. Yes, there is Christmas here in Istanbul. They just don't call it Christmas. They call it something else. I think they call it New Year. So they combine the whole Christmas with New Year together. Mutlu Olsen. Something Mutlu Olsen. But as you can see, everywhere there's Christmas colors, Christmas lightings, Christmas trees pretty much everywhere. There you can see. Is the Starbucks in your country or city using the Christmas cup right now? This is a venti Americano, the biggest Americano here in Starbucks, right? Anywhere, and pretty much the biggest Americano you can get in this in the whole of Istanbul for only $1.80 US dollar. This is the really the cheapest coffee I can get in this area. So in this area of Istanbul, very very interestingly, if you see someone walking with Starbucks, right, it shows that they are cheapo, you know. It shows that what, you know, like in certain parts of Manhattan, in certain parts of Seoul and Korea, right, walking down the street with a Starbucks in your hand makes you feel like high class, you know. But here in Istanbul, walking around with a Starbucks in your hand, it tells people you're cheapo, because this is literally the cheapest coffee you can get here. Good morning, Andy. Yes, today I'm taking it easy, not going to any cafes. As you can see, I kind of like just wake up-ish kind of look. It's about the weather. You see, when the weather is like this and it's 15 degrees Celsius and you really don't want to get out of bed, right? But I still have to force myself to get out of bed, do my meditation, my yoga and everything, yeah? But during autumn, life really slows down. You know, autumn is very different from the rest of the seasons. That life really slows down. You can feel your life energy winding down big time as well during autumn. And if you guys remember, you see, very familiar. I was streaming from this cafe 2 to 3 weeks ago. Remember the terrace with the cats inside? Yeah, it's this cafe here. And do you guys remember the cafe, the pink cafe is over there, and the other cafe I streamed from over there, and Starbucks is here in the middle. And for those of you new to my channel, the paper mate, welcome to my every morning live stream. This is where I take you guys to a different location or a different cafe here in Istanbul every morning to get a coffee and chat about life. And today I don't really want to go to a cafe, because today this is a very very cool autumn morning. I really want to take life slow today. So I don't want to go to a cafe with all that made up surrounding. I really want to come to a park like this with trees and just get a Starbucks coffee. Yeah. So today's episode 24, is kind of different, yeah. Good morning, Louis. Good afternoon, Louis. Louis in Singapore. Wow, Louis, you're early today. No school today? Stoner for life. Welcome back, my stoner buddy. Yeah? Hi bro, knife hoodie, looking stock, yeah, stock life. Woo. I'll show you guys. Oh, good morning, Annan. Oh, anonymous. You have remained anonymous on my channel for years. Why don't you tell me your name? How's this? You know, can you guys hear me from here? You know, if I put the camera here like this, it feels like we're together, right? But I can't quite see the words. Keisha, good afternoon, Keisha. That is good thing about having. I can't read the words that far. I'm sorry. Even though it looks better from that angle. Keisha, that's the good thing about having 4 seasons. Experience different temperature doing seasonal things. And Keisha, this is the only reason I chose to leave Singapore and to live my life everywhere. You will see that after I left Singapore, I only lived in 4 season countries as cities. I have never lived in a non-4 season place after I left Singapore. Never. I'm telling you, this is the only reason that I decided to leave Singapore since I'm young. Since I was a boy, this was the reason. Louis, class ends early. Oh, class ends early and they come to my stream. That's nice. The papermate, yeah, but you're a little quieter. Oh yeah, it's too far. It's too far, and I can't see the messages. I'm having the cheapest coffee I can get here in Istanbul, and while you guys are here, remember, help me mash the like button. The like button makes a lot of difference to a YouTuber, really. I didn't used to think so, and I've never cared about it until recently. I saw the effect. It's big. Anyways, Starbucks is in Christmas colors right now. Is the Starbucks in your city or country using the Christmas cup already? Yes, there is Christmas here in Turkey. Even though it's a Muslim country, you see Christmas trees and lightings everywhere right now and celebrations, but they don't call it Christmas. They call it another name. Okay, I think they call it New Year. They just merged the whole thing with New Year. Surprise, yeah, that Starbucks is actually the cheapest coffee really you can get here in this part of Istanbul. I really love this tree. You know, if I'm not doing this live stream, I'll be spending 1 hour just talking to this tree. Not like verbally, but energetically, I'll be merging with that tree and just spending 1 hour experiencing myself as that tree. Keisha, I normally bake during winter. Childhood dream come true. Oh, log cakes and stuff. Keisha, childhood dream come true. Oh yes. Actually, if I can share a little bit, I think I'm a very fortunate person because all my childhood dreams, including all my adult dreams, all came true. All. I had a lot of dreams and they all came true. One of my first childhood dream was this. You won't believe it. See, everybody when they are a kid, they want to be what? When you ask them what do you want to be, they want to be an astronaut, they want to be a doctor or lawyer during our era. Yeah. But I wanted to be a military officer. Because my uncle was a general. Okay, I came from a very prominent family, so then since young I wanted to be just like him. Wow, army general. Wow, so fierce. And I did. I became an officer in the Navy for 7 years. After that, I wanted to live overseas like this, and I did. After that, I wanted to be a world-renowned options trader or investor, and I did. After that, I wanted to go into the entertainment industry. I wanted to be a movie or TV producer, and I did. After that, I wanted to try different businesses, to try being a boss, and I did. After that, I wanted to what else? I wanted to be a samurai, and I did. I wanted to, and the rest are not like dreams, but it's just small things I wanted to do, and I did everything. So far, that's why I reached. That's why when I talk about my near-death experience, in the spring of 2016, I almost died in Korea. Actually, I died, and they managed to bring me back in ICU. And the moment when I was passing away, passing out of consciousness. At that moment, I was actually quite happy. Like, yep, kind of like, yeah, I've done it all. I'm happy as it is. I'm done. That kind of feeling. That's why I kept talking. That's why I kept making videos about purpose of life. Because I hope more people experience this when they're about to die. Experience that. Wow, yeah, I'm happy and I'm done. It has been a great ride. That was how I felt. And I realized at that moment that dying was not scary at all if you have lived your dream and a full life. And this is the whole purpose of me making my purpose of life video series. If you guys go to my channel and search for purpose of life or just purpose, you'll see all the videos under that series. That is the purpose of that series, to help you guys realize your purpose of life, so that by the end of your life, death is a relief, is happy. It's like going home. It's like going home after a very fun trip. That, oh yeah, it's been fun, I'm done. It is possible. Death can be like that. And then it's Amanda. Yeah, oh, Anna, now I know what your name is, Amanda. Yes, Anna, 1983 has followed me for many years. I know. I remember you, but I never knew your name. What a waste. Now I know, Amanda. Where are you watching from, Amanda? Yeah, let me show you guys the beautiful little park. And you guys see the terrace here? I streamed from here 2 weeks ago, guys, remember? With the cats and all. But today I just don't want to go to a cafe kind of setting. Today I want to be open. Today I want to connect with trees. I want to connect with nature. That's why I'm here today. Just have a simple Starbucks. Jitan. Wow, I also wanted to join the military. Oh, so did you? Did you and which branch of the military did you join? Assalamualaikum, Alphas. When I say Assalamualaikum, she passed by and smiled at me. Jitan, my real name is Tan Guan Yu. No wonder you want to join the Navy. You want to 过五关斩六将. You want to pass 6 passes and kill 5 passes and kill 6 generals. 过五关斩六将啊，关羽. And good morning, Chi. Welcome back to my channel. Really so nice to see all these usual morning names. And today I'm not in a cafe. Today I just want to connect with nature. I want to be in the nature today. So today I'm in the park here. You guys know my favorite park. And you guys remember this terrace? I streamed from this terrace like a few weeks ago. Very beautiful terrace with cats. And you guys remember the pink cafe with the teddy bear is over there. Starbucks here. And the other cafe. So around just this circle, there's 5 cafes and I've streamed in all of them. And on US, I love the cat park. Oh, which part of US? Oh, right now with daylight saving, it should be like 12 midnight Eastern, yeah? Or no, not 12 midnight Eastern, 12 midnight Central. Yeah? Jitan, low. Jitan, I'm still a teenager, so of course I haven't joined the military. Oh! Wow, Jitan, you're still a teenager? Why? You don't sound teenager to me, the way you talk, the way you present, the questions that you ask is not teenager. I am quite pleasantly surprised at your level of maturity at your age. Is amazing. What level of a teenager? Like 15, 16, 17 or 19? Like mid or late teen? Now I'm very curious about Jitan. Oh, and Amanda is from Alabama, deep down south. Yeah, so it's never this cold and it's never this beautiful in Alabama. And oh, nice. See, this is the most popular pet dog in Istanbul. Golden Retrievers. The most popular pet dog, Golden Retrievers. And good morning, good night then. Good morning. And then followed by Jack Russell. Surprise, surprise, Jack Russell is extremely popular. And then followed by Pit Bulls. Yes, pit bulls here in Istanbul, they look silly and funny and so gentle because of decades of domestication. They really forgot that they are pit bulls. Chitan. Actually, I will be in Turkey next month as well, but at the river in the south, the Turkish Riviera. Oh, why are you there for, Chi? You're not gonna come to Istanbul? Already 2 people came to Istanbul because of my live stream. No, Istanbul's government should, like, the state government should give me some kind of award, no? Alpha is, wow. Jitan. It depends. Jitan is 17 this year. Ah, I see. Yeah. A good level of maturity, yes. Jitan. It depends. I talk differently to different people. When I talk to people with my age, I sound differently. And Jitan, how do you find out about my channel? How do you first came to know about my channel? For those of you who just joined my channel this morning, it's a beautiful autumn morning here in Istanbul. And here I am in a beautiful park. Today is about 15 degrees Celsius, so I'm just wearing a hoodie. And Starbucks rolled out their Christmas cup at last. So like a Christmas season. Yes, there is Christmas here in Istanbul. They just don't call it Christmas. Okay, it's kind of taboo to call it Christmas here. Call it something else. I think they call it New Year. They merged it with New Year. I really like this angle. This Jitan, I saw your channel through your Korean videos. Oh, what brought you to my Korean videos? You're learning Korean language or something? I really like this angle a lot more. Wow. Ellie, oh, Ellie, welcome back. Haven't seen you in quite a few days. Hi, Limpeh. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing day too, Ellie. Where are you watching from? I try to remember all of you. I try to remember at where all you guys are watching from. Okay, I try my best. A 46-year-old memory. I'm just trying my best. Okay. So Jitan, I'm interested in Korea and Korean culture, so I saw your videos. I see. Hallyu 때문이야. So you came to me because of Hallyu. You know, I'm kind of like the greatest Korean bull of Singapore. You know, most Korean bull, you just learn about Korea. This Korean bull become Korean. Oh, this is the second most popular pet dog in Istanbul, the Jack Russell. They say in one morning you see the golden retriever and you see the Jack Russell. Yeah, this is how popular the golden retriever and the Jack Russell here is in Istanbul. And I'm very surprised at the popularity of the Jack Russell here in Istanbul, because I don't see this level of popularity for the Jack Russell in anywhere else in the world. Like every other family has 1 or 2 Jack Russells here. It's crazy. And for those of you who just joined my channel, welcome. This live stream is where I take you guys to a different cafe here in Istanbul every morning and just chat about life, get a coffee, chat about life. And usually I go to a cafe, but today I just feel like connecting with nature, so I came to a park. Nice, beautiful park with autumn leaves, just to breathe in the real natural air. Yeah. You see, another dog walker came, and yeah, you see, that's a Labrador there. See, so Labrador and Golden Retriever are like king of pet dogs, like pretty much everywhere in the world. Oh, Ellie, you're currently in Seoul. Oh, Ellie, you went to Seoul to study in what's that university? Gyeonggudae? I forgot. Okay, I apologize. I do remember. 수업 어떻게 됐었어요? 수업 괜찮아? 좋아? 재미있어? Ellie, really want to visit Istanbul. Oh, there's a surprising number, sudden surge in the number of Koreans I see here in this part of Istanbul this month. I see so many Koreans. Every time I walk down the street, I see at least 2 or 3 Koreans, sometimes an entire Korean family. A lot of Koreans are coming to Istanbul in this season. Hold on, the Papermate. I also came to your channel when I was preparing to go to Korea. I follow you for a couple of years now. Oh, wow! Welcome, welcome, and welcome back to my new life here in Istanbul. Not really new though. I've been here for almost a year, 11 months. Next month I'll celebrate 1 year of life in Turkey. Can you guys hear me from this distance? Because I think this distance looks good, huh? L5. Today I think the video quality is good than yesterday because of the lighting. Whenever there's no sunlight, the video quality is awesome. But when there's sunlight, boom! This camera is very sunlight sensitive. Ellie, yes, and you taught me that powerful mantra. Yes. Ah, you know, old memory. That mantra thing was back. That was a month ago. That was before I started this daily morning live stream. That was when I only stream every Friday when I taught the mantra. How was the mantra? 어떻게? 좋아? 효과 있냐? 그 mantra? 써봤어요? 효과 있냐? 그 mantra? Good morning, Kylie. Good morning. Today it's a very cozy morning, and I really don't want to go to some cafe, go indoors and feel all cooped up. So I came to a park today with a nice venti cup of Starbucks, which is the cheapest coffee you can get here in Istanbul. Yeah, this is cheap coffee, okay? You walk down the street with Starbucks in your hand, they're telling people you're a cheapo here in Istanbul. And you see, it's Christmas cup time, and yes, there's Christmas here in Istanbul. Everywhere there's Christmas trees, Christmas lighting, but they don't call it Christmas, okay? It's a taboo to call it Christmas. Call it part of New Year. And here I am. You see, you recognize this terrace here? This terrace, I streamed from this terrace last week. And beautiful autumn trees in a nice cozy park. People going around their businesses. And me going around my business, and wow, 16 viewers. Wow, while you guys are here, please help me out by mashing the like button. You know, having a lot of likes really helped me a lot. And if you want to buy me a coffee, you can by tipping me through the super chat, right? Ellie, I keep repeating in my head. Thanks, Limpeh. Wow, and it works for you. Do you feel like a positive change in your life and attitude in everyday life ever since you started the mantra that I taught you? Do you see a change, Ali? Do you feel more peace and less stress in your daily life ever since you started the mantra that I taught you? Which level of Korean language are you learning at right now? Kylie looks very pretty there. Yeah, this is Panan, my most favorite park here in Istanbul, because it's like 5 minutes walk from my place, very near. This is my hangout, you know, and as you can see, it's 10:20 a.m. here. 10:20 a.m. here in Istanbul. The Zaman Tashi of Istanbul. People sitting together smoking. Smoking is a big thing here in Istanbul, you know. Smoking is no taboo at all. Male and female, everybody smokes. All my friends are surprised I don't smoke. And they are surprised that I've never smoked before. They're all surprised. Like to Turkish people right now, the norm and the natural thing is you smoke. If you don't smoke, you're unnatural, you know. That's how things are in Istanbul right now about smoking. Thank you all for the like button. Thank you. Ellie, absolutely. Yasmin, good morning. Good morning, Yasmin. Welcome back to my live stream. You are really inspirational. Ellie, I'm glad I helped. Wait, what level are you at now for your Korean language? 몇급 공부하고 있어요? And for those of you regulars who join me, today I'm not in a cafe. Today I'm in my favorite park because I really don't want to be cooped up in the cafe today. I want to be with nature today, especially under this tree. I really love this tree. If you guys remember that cafe here, I streamed from this cafe last week. So today I'm just having a cheap coffee. Yes, Starbucks is cheap coffee here in Istanbul. When you walk down the street with a Starbucks in your hand, you're showing people you're cheapo here, because this is the cheapest coffee here in this part of Istanbul. And good morning, May. Ellie, I'm currently B1. Oh, what's B1? Usually it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6級加字. So usually it's level 1 to 6 in all the universities, but B1, I've never heard of B1. Alpha. Whoa, what's that? 小水我的朋友. I don't, what, my friend? What, I don't quite understand what that means. What? Water my friend or something? Kylie, I quit smoking long term. Speeds up the aging process. Yes. If you guys watch my video called the 3 enemies of anti-aging, okay? If you do any of these 3, forget anti-aging creams, forget everything else about anti-aging if you do any of these 3 things, okay? And smoking is one of them. And you can check out that video by going to my channel and searching 3 enemies or just enemies. Then you'll see the video 3 enemies of anti-aging. You do any of these 3, forget anti-aging. Nothing's gonna work for you. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Wow, and for those of you who just joined me in my live stream for the first time, wow, 20! Wow! Here I am, beautiful autumn morning here in Istanbul. And this is a live stream where I usually bring you guys to a different cafe every morning here in Istanbul, get a coffee and then chit chat about life, okay? But today I really don't, after 23, this is episode 24, after bringing you guys to 23 different cafes, I'm kind of tired of cafes. So today I just want to hang out in nature, in this park here, with Starbucks. I just chit chat over Starbucks under a tree. In this very super cloudy day, yes, this is the kind of weather for vampires. When you see a weather like this, beware, vampires are all over the street like me. Vampires like me. You guys know there are many classifications of vampires, do you? Do you guys know vampires are real? Huh? Okay, you know, sometimes I talk about vampires and I think you guys think I'm joking, you know? Do you guys know that vampires are actually real? Yes? Whoa! And I keep talking about anti-aging vampire. I'm not even joking, you know. It's vampires are real, you know. I'm not sure if you guys know vampires are real. Okay, May, remember to hit the like button, everyone. Yes, thank you guys. Please help me out by hitting the like button. That's really the least you can do to help any YouTuber. The like button means so much. Alpha is be water, my friend. I'm not sure that means be water, my friend. Alpha is, you know, my Mandarin Chinese is bad, but not that bad. You know, I don't think what you posted means be water, my friend. Alpha is, yes, I know. JM, you are Asian vampire, the one that jumps around. Okay, now Asian vampires are not called vampires. Asian vampires are called zombies. So when they call Asian vampires is wrong, okay? Because, okay, you guys may think it's a joke, but the so-called Asian vampires is a real thing, and I saw it as well. In the, which part of China? I forgot. What's that place name? It's one specific part of China. It's a rural part of China. Now, what happens is this. It's not fair to call them Asian vampires. They exist, by the way. It's real. You should call them Asian zombies. Why is that? Now, because they did not become a vampire, okay? They are dead, they did not become a vampire. They died, and then the necromancer raised their motor functions, okay, as a zombie. So it's an Asian zombie. Their only job, they have no thought, no thinking, no mind. They have only one function, one physical function, which is jumping. They can't even move their joints properly because of the rigor mortis. So they're only able to activate the movements in the core of the body, which is still not yet affected by rigor mortis. Well, rigor mortis come from the extremes and then going in. And so these people, these Asian zombies, they still exist today because in that part of China, when someone goes out to some place else to work and they die in that place, they need to go back home. And during that time, it is a taboo that nobody would transport your dead body. Okay, and so traditionally they need someone to walk the body home, and this is that function, the Asian zombie function, and it's still practiced today. You can still see the Asian zombies. It's still around. Okay, so it's not vampires, they are zombies, not the vampire. They are zombies with no thinking, no mind, but only one simple physical function of jumping and following a certain direction. That's all. Yeah, you guys may think it's a joke. This thing exists. Yeah, that exists. I saw it in China myself. Yeah. It's a necromancers in China are real. Necromancers in general are real. Necromancy has been practiced throughout the ages, including now. Right now, you don't call it necromancy, you know. Right now, in science, you call it surgery or life science, where you open up people, try to put them together. And lately, the modern necromancers has succeeded in putting a pig's liver in a human. That's necromancy, taking an organ from a dead body and putting it into a living body, or taking a dead thing and making it alive. That's necromancy, and that's exactly modern science and modern medicine right there. So that's what you see. A lot of people, you keep thinking that certain things are fantasy. No, everything is real, and everything they still exist today. Do you know that elves, dwarves, giants, all these things, they all exist today? They all exist today. They are actually terms used for certain specific kinds of people in the past. In the past, they don't call Chinese, European, all these names didn't exist. In the past, when they see people like me, like this, sharp and everything, they call us an elf. We're elves. And when people see black people from Africa, big and bulky, they call them orcs. When they see people with the giant syndrome, they call them giants. When they see pygmies, they call them dwarves. Yeah, they still exist today. Everything you think is fantasy, they all exist today. Sorcerers exist today. Necromancers exist today. Healers exist today. Clerics exist today. Clerics exist, right? And everything, every fantasy class, every power fantasy class that you know through RPG games, they all exist today, including vampires. Werewolves exist as well. Documented werewolves, legal documented werewolves exist as well in 1823. Legal documented vampires exist in the late 1800s and early 19th in legal documents as well. All these are real. Alpha is one popular theory of the origin of vampire myth is the disease porphyria. Actually, the thing is there are many different types of vampires. Many different types. And most of the vampires that roam around human beings these days, yeah, they are not blood-sucking vampires. You see, blood-sucking vampires is a myth. Because, okay, blood-sucking vampires is not that they don't exist, they do exist. In fact, many animals are vampiric animals. They suck blood to exist, right? Vampiric bats, they suck blood. The thing about human form vampires, you see, vampires exist in every animal form. From human form to any form of animals can be vampiric. And blood-sucking vampires is a myth that came from the early 16s, you know. But there's only one form of vampire. There are many different forms of vampires. And the most common form of vampires I see in society these days that I still see roaming around us are what they call psychic vampires. Vampires that suck other people's energy and not blood. They are not afraid of sunlight. Not all vampires are afraid of sunlight, by the way. Not all. Not all vampires are afraid of are photosensitive. Okay. And what I'm trying to tell, if I go further, people will leave my channel. They'll think this dude is like talking nonsense already. Okay. There is a certain level of things that I can go in. You see, you guys will, if you've been following my live chat for a while, you would notice that I usually say something and I end kind of like in the middle, because especially when I talk about spiritual things or things like that, I end somewhere in the middle. I don't complete my story. Why? Because if I complete my story, people will leave my channel. it will all sound like fantasy, it will sound like hallucination, it will sound like this guy's just insane, or some new age cultist or something like that. That's why there are a lot of things I cannot share publicly like this. And for those of you who just joined my channel, good morning, good night. This is where my live stream is where I bring you guys to a new cafe or location here in Istanbul every morning, get a coffee and chit chat about life, about my experience in Istanbul. Usually I go to a cafe, and this is episode 24. It means I have been to 23 different cafes. So this cafe hopping has been kind of tiring. So today I just want to come to a park, grab a coffee, take things slow, you know, just in a park, take things slow. You see, this angle doesn't work well because of the sunlight. This angle would be really nice. And if you are joining my live stream for the first time, welcome, and remember to help me by smashing the like button. And again, thanks to all of my regulars. I cannot, you know, usually if you check out the description in my live stream, after every live stream, I update the description in the live stream video. And I actually give a shout out to all of my regular viewers as well. Okay, watch out for your name there. Alpha is vampire is my favorite topic. Oh, you're talking to a vampire now. Of course, it's your favorite topic. But vampires are very diverse and very complex to talk about. Very diverse. There's a creepy guy behind you. This guy is creepy. Why is he creepy? Oh, you know, I keep saying that Jack Russell is the most popular pet dog. Yes, people have dogs here in Turkey, you know. Even though it's a Muslim Islamic country, they have pet dogs. And the most common pet dog I see here in Istanbul is golden retrievers, which I showed you. Okay, and second most popular is surprisingly the Jack Russell, which I don't see very popular in other countries. And just sitting here, half an hour so far, I have seen two Jack Russells and 2 golden retrievers pass by. No joke, no, they are Panan, the most popular pet dogs here in Istanbul. Really, Panan. Oh, I really love this tree. Anyone knows the name for this tree? What's this tree called in English? Anyone? Karusu. What's Karusu in English? This is a Karusu. That's a Karusu as well. In Korean we call it Karusu, but what is it called in English? I don't know. You know, there's a lot of things I know only in Korean language that I don't know in English, you know, because those things I never grew up with in Singapore. I only started knowing about them in Korea, and I only know them by their Korean names. So a lot of times when people talk to me about things in Korea, right, they use the English names which I really don't know. I really don't know, and they're very surprised. How come I know so much about Korea, I lived in Korea, but I don't know what they're talking about. You know why? Because I only know those things in the native Korean languages and context. So if you talk to me about things about Korea or Korean culture in English context, I actually don't know. I knew them like a native would. I knew those things like a native would, because before going to Korea, honestly, I don't watch Korean dramas, or I'm not into anything Korea. Honestly, I never planned to be in Korea. I never planned to be in Korea during those times. Oh, me going to Korea is another misadventure altogether, man. You know, these days I've been posting about my Overseas Singaporeans Misadventure series, right, where I tell you guys like crazy things that I went through around the world. And going to Korea was one of those crazy things. I never expected to be in Korea. In fact, I can tell you the truth now. I never expected to be in Turkey as well. And I never expected to be in Korea. Yes. Going to Korea and coming to Turkey, they're all accidental things in my life. Completely accidental. Was never part of my plan. Turkey was never part of my plan. Korea was never part of my plan. Yeah. Very, very surprising, yeah? RG, good morning. I'm watching from France. I'm Irish from Ireland. Oh, Ireland. I have been to England, but I've never crossed to Ireland. Oh, that's quite a waste. I should go. And during the colder months, that's when Ireland is the most beautiful. And the people island, so beautiful. You know, the people island is such a unique race of people that I really want to study Irish people, like real Irish people in Ireland, not mixed up Irish people in other parts of the world, but real Irish people in Ireland. You guys carry a very specific and very unique genome that I really want to study. You know, I kind of pride myself in as some kind of anthropologist. You know, I like to study about human and human origins, and Irish people really intrigues me a lot. I have a theory. I have a very deep theory about Irish people, which I hope to prove. And before I prove it, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, because it is. Irish people are very special. If you guys don't know, Irish people are very special in this world. So special that I need to prove it. I need to prove it. And if I prove it, I tell you, I wouldn't win a Nobel Prize for it. You know, if I prove it, I'll probably be burned on a stake. Alpha, the theory of vampires is similar to Del Toro. Yeah, it's along the same line. Those are all just different forms of the same thing. Hogan's piece of why vampires never die. Yeah. RG, vampires are real. Happy belated Halloween. When you're Limpeh, you don't need Halloween to be a vampire. Chi Island is beautiful. It's lovely. I was actually thinking about to fly to Dublin for the weekend. Oh yeah, Chi is in Europe as well. Good morning, Chi. Good morning, Tressa. Tressa in Europe as well. I literally have viewers every morning from all major time zones, from Asia time zone, European time zone, American time zone. I have viewers from the whole world watching me drink coffee. You know what a big honor it is, you know, when you drink coffee and the whole world watches you drink coffee. When I sneeze, the whole world gets concerned. 대단하네. 참 대단하네. Kylie, my mom's side of the family are from Ireland. Oh, Irish people are very special. For those of you who knows what I'm talking about. Oh, Patrick, this is a maple tree? No, Patrick, this is not a maple tree. This is not a maple tree. You know why? Because maples turn red during autumn, not yellow. These are yellow. This is karusu. It's not maple. I know maple because in Korea you get maple and karusu. They are different. Maples turn red. Karusus turn yellow. And karusus you get if you've been to Shanghai. Patrick is in China for 13 years, right? If you go to Shanghai, you go to Nanjing Silu or Nanjing West Road, it's a whole row of karusus, this kind of trees. Are they maples? Because maples turn red, not yellow. These are yellow. I love karusus. And the smell is so good. The smell is very succinct. You have to be very sensitive to pick up the scent. Wow. What a beautiful morning. 정말 예쁘고 상쾌한 아침이야. Aji, I'm sure that exists. Anything is possible. Anything and everything is possible. Everything and anything exists right here, right now. It's an amazing. That's why I keep saying, you don't have to find entertainment in life. Life itself is a grand entertainment. Life itself will surprise you in so many ways if you know how to discover and look for those really amazing things even around you. It's amazing. Wow, 22 viewers! And wow, for those of you new to my channel, good morning, good night. 좋은 아침이에요. This is a live stream where every morning here in Istanbul, yes, I'm in Istanbul, and I've been in Istanbul, Turkey for almost a year. This is 11 months in Turkey, Istanbul. Next month will be a year for me here in Istanbul. And this is autumn. And every morning I bring you guys to a different cafe or location here in Istanbul. Get a coffee and have a chat. Chat about my experience in Istanbul and around the world. Chat about my experience in life, things that I have understood, learned and realized about life over my 20 years of travel. Yes, I've been away from my home country for 20 years. Actually more than 20 years if I want to count the in-between times. and that's what my live stream is about. And if you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe, hit the notification. I usually stream at about 10 a.m. Turkey time. Right now is 10:45 Turkey time in the morning. And if you enjoy my chit chat under the tree, do help me by smashing the like button. Really helps me a lot. And today I'm just taking it easy. I'm not going to a cafe today because I just want to be with nature. Just take things slow today. Because as the autumn deepens, life really winds down. You can literally feel your life energy winding down. Right now I really feel my life energy, my prana energy winding down big time, like a bear going into hibernation. That's why right now I just want to sit in nature, get a coffee. Good morning, B. Kylie. It's 2:24 a.m. here. Oh, 2:24 a.m. in the East Coast. Yeah. Wow, Kylie, you should be sleeping. Why are you on my live stream? You should be sleeping. Literally, I have every morning people from all three major time zones with me, watching me drink coffee. And B from Singapore, good afternoon, Singapore. Kylie from America, on the East Coast, good. Sabyok, Sabyok, good morning. Good morning. And 25 viewers, wow, thank you guys so much for checking in. And here I am in Istanbul. Kylie, I stayed up to watch your live stream. Wow, big honor. But Kylie, if my plans work out, which more than 50% of the time my plans in life never works out the way I planned them, but if my plan works out, the next major location I stream in would be in New York. So by the time I move my stream to New York, you will be able to catch me every morning East Coast time, yeah? RG, oh nice one, that's cool, Kylie. A lot of people have family connections from Ireland. Oh yeah, a lot Irish background, Irish and Scottish. Actually, my part of New York, a lot of Scottish backgrounds. B, just to say hi, very busy. Oh, thank you B for checking in. Today I'm just in a park. Sometimes I don't like to stream from cafes because cafes make me feel like very cooped up, Feel very cooped up. And there's always people around listening. And I always have to check my volume because I can't talk too loudly with so many people sitting around me. I really like to stream from a park, honestly, from an open space like this. Anyone knows what the name of this tree is? Is this like kind of a form of maple? I know it's not like a Canadian maple because maples turn red, not yellow. This is, in Korea we call it karusu. But what's a karusu in English? I don't know. I don't know what's karusu in English. Shishis! Hold on. Namaskaran, shishis! Namaskaran! Shishis, Limpeh, hi, how are you doing today? And for those of you who just checked in, today I'm not in a cafe. Today I'm here in a park. Just taking life slow under a karusu. And a not so cold autumn morning today, 15 degrees Celsius. That's why just one hoodie will do. Having the cheapest coffee that you can find in Istanbul, Starbucks. Starbucks is literally the cheapest coffee I can find in Istanbul right now. So if you carry a Starbucks and walk down the street here in Istanbul, you're telling people you're a cheapo, Good morning and welcome back, Shishish from India. RG is 8:44 a.m. Oh yeah, towards the west of where I am right now is earlier morning. Yes. In Ireland is 8:44 a.m. RG, how do you come to know about my live stream? JM, the last time I saw your girlfriend was in 2019 Christmas video. Yeah. Ever since we have not made a video together because ever since we moved to 2019 video, that was in New York. That was when we took the Christmas video in Bryant Park, New York. Bryant Park, yeah, the ice skating rink, Bryant Park in New York. Ever since we have not taken a video together because I think it's kind of dangerous to show her off too much. B, scenery is nice. Oh yeah. Let's enjoy listening to the sounds in this place for a moment. Let's enjoy the silence for a moment. Just one moment of silence and deep presence in the present moment really refreshes the spirit. Okay, let's take a look. Shish, your namaste is on point. Wow, by the way, another festival here today. What's that? Ekidashi? Deepavali. After Deepavali, a few more days will be Ekidashi, right? B, inspired by you, I should relax with my kid tonight. She finished her exam. Oh, congrats. You know, once you finish the exam, don't talk about it anymore. Just refocus back on life. Connect her with everything that she missed during those times she was studying, but not some kind of screen. Because in the end of the day, you're doing nothing but watching a screen. Go out there, connect with nature, connect with people, connect with things, connect with real life. Huh? Peace, yeah. I met a humorous Irish friend, had interesting friendships. Oh yeah. Irish people are not just humorous. Irish people, you know, I'm so intrigued about Irish people. Okay, well, if I start to talk about why I'm intrigued with Irish people, you'll think I'm crazy. But it suffices to say this, you know, Irish people are genetically different from normal human beings. Irish people are not mere normal human beings. Irish people are not mortals. But Irish people lost it along the way. But I need to prove it. I have a very strong theory and I have very strong evidence, but I need to prove it. So one day really, I need to go to Ireland, spend a couple of years in Ireland, and I'm gonna prove that Irish people are not human. Yeah, so for those of you new to my live stream, you might be, oh shit, this is kind of like I came to a live stream of some new age cultish conspiracy theorist guy. Well, I better leave, yeah. You see, the moment I talk about the Irish people, the number of viewers went from 20 to 16. Four guys left because they think I start to talk crazy right now. You see, this is why I cannot talk about half the things that I want to talk about, you know. I cannot talk about, every time I talk about spiritual things, right, you see, I always stop halfway. Every time I talk about certain things, I always stop halfway. Why? Because if I go all the way, people will all leave. You'll think I'm crazy, 100%. Chhatta Puja. Oh, okay. It will be Chhatta Puja. It will be mainly celebrated tomorrow morning, but really celebrating from today. Oh, I see. But because it's a form of puja to a deity, right? So, do you actually perform the puja in India, or is it just another festival for you? Do you actually go to the Chat temple and perform puja, or is it just another festival? Kylie, I enjoy listening. I don't think you're crazy. Low. 4 people think I'm crazy. 4 left. The moment I talk about the Irish thing, 4 left. It's amazing, huh? You know, you cannot talk crazy, you know, these days. But you know, the strange thing about life is this, no? The reality of life is that crazy. That is the problem. That is the problem. People construct a man-made belief about this world and life, and in that man-made belief, everything is logical and everything is so-called accepted modern modern acceptable, I call it the modern acceptable model or idea about the world. But that is just an idea. Beyond the idea, there's a lot of things about this world that will sound completely crazy to most people. Even, shish is in India. A lot of Indian gurus, right? They talk halfway. They always talk halfway, and they always sound like they're contradicting themselves. Why? They cannot go all the way. The moment they go all the way to describe what they really experience, people will think they're crazy. Yeah, because you will go way beyond your normal, what I call the modern acceptable model or idea of the world, which is the story world. The modern version of the story world is a very rigid, logic-based world. But luckily or unluckily or unfortunately, that is not the full version of the reality, the existential reality. Rachel, oh, good morning, Rachel. Welcome back. There are many popular Irish pop groups. Oh yeah, of course. But of course, I'm not saying that Irish are popular because of pop groups. Irish people themselves are genetically special. Irish people themselves are genetically special enough to not be classified as a human being. Okay, I have very strong evidence, but I don't want to talk about it. Okay, let's not talk about it anymore. Aji, thank you for your kind words. No, these are not praises, Aji. I know you're Irish, but I'm not saying all this just to keep you or praise you. These are my real discoveries and my real, not realization, but discoveries that I made over many years of researching certain things. Definitely come to Ireland. You will love it here 100%. I know I love it there. I know I will love it there so much. I know. Oh. Shish. Oh no, it's not just festival. We often no, it's not just festival. We perform rituals and often prayers with mantras. Exactly, because Chata Puja is a form of puja. Puja means a ritual or a practice or form of sadhana. Yeah, that's why when you say Chat puja, I'm curious if you guys perform the puja. And yeah, I'm actually really glad to see that you guys really do perform the puja. And yes, guys, this is how much I know about every culture in the world, okay? 20 years of roaming around the world has not been for nothing. Surprising, yeah? There are stuff that usually Singaporeans won't know about. Even Diwali or Deepavali. Of course, the correct name is Deepavali, not Diwali. Even Deepavali, the real meaning of Deepavali, people say is to celebrate the victory of light over darkness. Nah, it's not. It's a complete misunderstanding of the real deep implications of Deepavali and the real deep implications and the meaning behind the things you do during Deepavali. But of course, it's a nice interpretation. Oh, triumph of light over dark. It's a nice interpretation that means completely nothing to your life. What's the meaning of? So what if light versus or triumph over darkness? You see that every morning. What's the big deal? So every morning should be Deepavali. Yeah, I'm not trying to put down Deepavali. You know, I'm trying to tell you guys that Deepavali are way deeper than the modern Western interpretation. Kylie, I travel all over America, but sadly have not gone overseas. Oh, well, try one day. Just get out there. Just get out there. Do you know when I first left Singapore? When I first left Singapore, again, it was almost no plan at all. Like left meaning like I left for real, for good. Yeah, not in betweens. I do a lot of in betweens as well. But when I left for good, I left with only a suitcase that is, the kind of cabin suitcase, not the big suitcase, no, just an aircraft cabin suitcase, the small one. I left with only that suitcase. That only a few clothes I brought. Same thing, I brought only 6 pieces of clothing to Turkey. I brought the minimum of everything and I just left. I never looked back. You don't really need a lot to get out there. You just need to decide to get out there, and you will. You just need to be resolved enough to leave everything else that are external to your own life behind, and just go. That's what I did. I left everything behind and I went. You know. For those of you interested to know my story, how I first left Singapore, check on my channel for this video called How I Started My 18 Years of Overseas Singaporean Life in my channel. For those of you curious about, that's a Turkish food truck selling the Turkish simit. So when it comes to street food, right, usually it's trucks like this that sells either simit, which is a form of bread or bagel, or corn and stuff like that. Really not like cooked food kind of thing, you know. Like if you go to Southeast Asia, street foods are like cooked food, but no, not here. Kylie, my family thinks I'm crazy for leaving and traveling. My family, when I left, didn't even know I left. I just disappeared off the face of the world. In an era where there was no smartphone and no social media. There was already simple internet when I left, but no social media. So when I left, I just evaporated from the face of the world. But my family back then, they are used to me doing that. Because when I was just 16 or 17 years old, I would leave home for extended period of time. The longest time I left home was 6 months when I was 17 years old. And I told nobody where I went. After that, when I got my first passport, before that, when I got my first passport, I was, I think, 16 years old plus. Because then in Singapore, you can get a Malaysian passport at 16 years old. And you know what? I took my bag and 50 Singapore dollars and I just went to Malaysia alone without telling nobody. And I backpacked Malaysia. And I just disappeared. Again, I just disappeared. And I reappeared weeks later. And my mom wasn't even surprised. She got like, oh, you're back. Yeah. So, since I'm young, right, they know I'm that type. They know I would disappear one day. So when I left Singapore and went to China for good, right, I never tell them either. Only my brother knows. My brother knows, but not my parents. And then I just went. Oh. And then after that, I lost contact with them for upwards about 5 years. I mean, 5 years later, my mom knew. Yeah. Rachel, you're bold and street smart. Do you learn all the different forms of Kung Fu for self-defense? Oh, you know, during my era, we all grew up learning some form of martial arts. So I have learned almost every form of martial arts all my life. And every country I go to, I seek out their martial art and learn their martial arts. So, you see, I traveled to so many countries in the world, right? And every country in the world that I go to, I seek out two things usually. One, I seek out their spiritual practice. And two, I seek out their martial arts. So I've learned many. In fact, Rachel, if you have been following my live stream over the past 1 year, you know why I'm here in Turkey. I'm here in Turkey to learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, martial arts as well. For full-time, to train as a full-time fighter. That was my intention. That was what I did here in Istanbul until I got injured. So my life has always been in two major themes, you know. One major theme is martial arts, and second major theme is spirituality and spiritual development. Always these two things. And for those of you who just joined my live stream, this is a beautiful autumn morning here in Istanbul Park, small park here in Istanbul. And every morning, I take you guys to a different cafe or a different location here in Istanbul, grab a coffee and have a chat for about an hour. It's been an hour here. This is 11 a.m. here in Istanbul. And it's a very cool, not cold, 15 degrees Celsius autumn morning here in Istanbul. My favorite kind of cloudy weather, no sun. Yes, no sun is my kind of weather because I'm a vampire. And welcome to my live stream. If you enjoy yourself, please help me by smashing the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification, and join me every morning here in not just Istanbul. I pretty much intend to stream everywhere else in the world I go to. So stay tuned. Every morning, wherever I am. Kylie, have you ever lived near the beach? Kylie, I spent 7 years in the Navy. I literally lived on the sea. So why are you talking to me about beaches? Rachel, good for ladies to learn that if we want to travel. No. For ladies, there's only one form of self-defense. That is to run. You run as fast and as you can. Always run, always give in, always protect yourself. Never try to fight back, because nothing you learn in self-defense will prepare you for a real situation or a real fight. Because as a martial artist for the last 30 years, I know what it takes to win a fight. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot more than just a self-defense class. I'm sorry to tell you, it takes decades of drilling every single movement. It takes decades of dedicated resistance training against active partners to reach a point where you could use martial arts in a real situation on the street. You simply will not reach that level with a simple so-called self-defense class, so don't even try. For ladies or even men who has not learned martial arts for at least 10 years, I say 10 years, huh? Oh, okay, 10 years. Because even if you start on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you're not street ready unless you have done it for almost 10 years, okay? That is how much it takes to be successful at anything in life, not just martial art. You need at least 10 years of dedicated work in any area of your life to make it work for real. Be it investment, options trading, martial arts, anything you want to be good at, you need at least 10 years of dedicated accumulation of knowledge and experience. And so, for ladies or men even, without at least 10 years of dedicated martial arts training, don't talk about self-defense. If you find yourself in a situation on the street, you run. Okay? You run. You throw down your things and you run. They want money, you give the money and you run. That's the only thing you do. Okay? Izan, good morning Limpeh. Good morning Izan. RG, I subscribed to one of your informative videos, and now every morning I get a notification on my phone when your live stream is rolling. Wow, amazing. RG, which video brought you to my channel? Kylie, I was almost kidnapped 4 years ago, and what saved me was running. Yep, running. Running saves you from kidnap. Running saves you from rape. Running saves you from robbery. When someone mug you, you throw your purse at them, give them what they want, and you run. You always run. Okay? As a 30 years martial artist and as a real samurai, yes, I'm a real samurai, the advice I give to people who are not trained fighters or dedicated fighters is to run. One weekend of self-defense class do you nothing. Okay? 100% I tell you. And this is, I'm not just a 30 years martial artist, I'm a 7 years military man. And I still tell you this thing, run. All my life has been about fighting, and I tell people to run, okay? Run. That running is the best form of self-defense. Wow, thank you guys for liking the video so much. Thank you. Rachel, good sharing. Yes, we need to learn how to travel safe. Okay, for ladies, this is how I would tell you to travel safe, okay? Especially if you travel to certain places in Europe or in America. This is how you do it to stay safe. A few tips. Number one, you wear your mountain gear. You wear your hiking gear. You don't wear your Soho and Manhattan gears. You don't wear your best dress. You don't wear your best. No, you try to not look attractive. That is rule number one. You wear your mountaineering pants and jacket. That is the best. You don't try to look appealing, because you end up appealing to all the wrong people. I guarantee you that. Second, you don't wear brands on the outside, and you don't carry a branded mobile phone. You don't carry the latest iPhone. If you intend to travel, you never carry the latest iPhone. In fact, you carry this. You carry something like this. As you guys can see clearly, a broken and torn piece of shit. This is what you carry, okay? You never wear any piece of jewelry. Never. No necklace, no braces, no branded watches. Never. You don't wear any accessories on the outside when you're traveling alone. Okay? Number 3, you avoid nightlife. I'm sorry, you don't go to nightlife places if you want to stay safe. Anywhere in the world. Okay? So 3 simple rules. You don't dress appealing, you don't use appealing accessories, and you stay away from nightlife. This is the 3 things you do as a lady to stay safe traveling alone in other countries or other cities. Alright? This is my best advice. My best honest advice. Not learning how to fight, not learning how to self-defense. No. Those things will do nothing for you. And in Paris, those guys will mark you clean, even with or without your self-defense. Those kids, those street kids in Paris, they will mark you clean without you even noticing. They will take everything from within your bag before you even know. Right? So remember, if you're a lady and you intend to travel alone in other places, 3 golden rules. Number 1, you don't dress appealing. Number 2, you don't use appealing things like mobile phones or jewelries. And 3, you avoid nightlife. That's it. These 3 things you do, you'll be safe. And actually, as a guy, even as a guy, if you want to travel alone and stay safe, it's still these 3 tips. Let me tell you a story. When I was in China, my friend's friend, a guy friend, okay, from Singapore, he went to a nightlife club in China as well. And you know what? He ended up getting killed. He was stabbed to death in China, in a club, a Singaporean guy. Okay, it's a real story. You don't do the nightlife away from your hometown. That's my best advice. I have personal friends, and I have friends of friends who got into all kinds of trouble. And ladies getting drugged, so common all over America. So common. Rachel, thank you. You need to know how the accommodation police drivers work as well. But the thing is, those are the things you can't really change. But if if you break these 3 golden rules, it doesn't matter how good the police is. It doesn't matter where you live. You're gonna get in trouble, especially in some parts of Europe and America. If you don't do these 3 golden rules, Rachel, it doesn't matter if you have 10 police around you. It doesn't matter what the drivers do. It doesn't matter what your accommodation is like. If you break these 3 rules, but if you follow these 3 rules, you could be living in Harlem, and I can tell you, you'll be safe. If you follow these 3 rules, you can live in the most dangerous parts of Paris and you'll be safe. You can live in places where there's no police, you'll be safe. But you break any of these 3 golden rules, you can live with 10 police around you. I'm telling you, those people will be shadowing you. The police cannot protect you 24 hours a day. They will be following you. They'll be waiting for their opportunity. Okay? So don't if you are traveling alone, even as a guy, not just a lady, don't trust the false illusion of security because you see police around you. I'm sorry. In some parts of China, in some parts of Europe and America, they don't care about the police. Okay? The police cannot protect you. And if you're from America, you know as a matter of fact that the police cannot protect you. In America, nobody trusts the police because we know the police cannot protect you. Okay? Follow these 3 rules. Guy or girl, if you're traveling alone, follow these 3 rules and you'll be safe. But the problem is, I see most people, when you go overseas, you're so eager to break these 3 rules. Especially rule number 1, you want to dress as appealing as possible. You want to dress your Sunday best when you travel. That's mistake number 1 most people make, and that's mistake number 1 that gets you robbed, mugged, cheated in a lot of places. You know, I got one friend, in China. When I was in China, I had a friend, a lady friend, very rich. She came from a super rich family. And you know, when I say rich in China, I mean like unimaginably rich. And when she went to Paris, that was just before I went to Paris. So she told me about her encounter in Paris. That when she went to Paris, immediately she was robbed of her phone, her jewelry, everything. And when she showed me a photo in Paris, wow, she's dressed like she's going to the balls, man. She's dressed up like she's going to some kind of party. That's what a lot of people do, no? That's why I observe a lot of people who travel. You dress your Sunday best, no? That's mistake number one. That's gonna get you cheated, because when you dress like that and you visit like local shops, they'll try to cheat you because you look rich enough. Second, you know, when I go to shops, nobody cheat me, you know, because I look like a piece of shit. Nobody bother. I look homeless. Nobody bother. And then people will try to mug you. The people will try to rob you, cheat, steal from you. Pickpockets in many parts of Europe are the famous pickpockets. Why they pick you? Because you look rich enough to justify the risk they have to go through. Don't make yourself a target. In the end of the day, the keyword is this, you know, don't make yourself a target. I never make myself a target. That's why I'm always safe, you know, everywhere I go I'm safe. Why? I don't make myself a target. Yeah. And Seng Kwan Peng, greetings from Singapore. Welcome to my channel, your new name. Welcome to my live stream for the first time. If you're here for the first time, this is a beautiful autumn in Istanbul. This is a live stream where every morning I bring you guys to a different cafe or different place here in Istanbul, grab a coffee and chit chat about my experience, about my life, and you know, just chit chat about anything. Kopi tiama like la kopi. So this is my. If you enjoy this form of a live stream, do remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. Right now I stream every 10 a.m. Turkey time, and right now is 11:15 a.m. time. Okay. Eugene, Eugene, welcome back. Good afternoon, Eugene, in Paju of Korea. Eugene, in certain countries, the police might be the one doing the mugging. Yes. The thing is, in some countries like Spain, you get mugged by fake police. A lot of fake police, you know. Especially when I was in Spain. Yes, I spent time in Spain. But all this were before I started YouTubing. I started YouTubing only 5 years ago. I started this lifestyle 20 years ago. So you guys missed a lot. So when I was in Spain, in Madrid, there was a lot of fake police that will cheat tourists, bring them to certain place and mug them clean. Yeah, so you have to be careful about that as well. Kylie, I'm always dressed like a farmer. Yes, that is the best way to dress. See, I dress like this. Nobody care. Nobody care. Nobody care to mug someone who dress like this. Nobody even care to cheat me. Yeah. Seng Kwan Peng. Actually, I watched a live stream when you were in Singapore quarantine. Oh, I see. That was 1 year ago before I came to Istanbul. And that was why I came to Istanbul. You know, if not for the experience during the Singapore quarantine, I should still be in Singapore. I actually planned to be in Singapore. But like I said, a lot of things in my life don't go according to plan. I never planned to be in Korea. And I never planned to be in Turkey. Life just happens that way. And welcome back to my live stream, Sung. Eugene, good afternoon. Sorry, I tuned out a little just now. I had a firefighting call with colleagues from India. Oh, okay. Eugene works from Korea. He's Singaporean. Beautiful family in Korea. He's like me. He has a Korean family. So right now he's going through what I went through, the Koreanization process, learning the language, learning the culture, and everything. Yes, Korean culture is very prominent and very overwhelming culture. So if your spouse is Korean, you cannot get away from learning the language and the culture because the family will demand it. To integrate, to communicate the family, you need it. Yeah. Their parents are not going to learn English for you. Their parents are not going to understand your culture and your beliefs as a foreigner. They're not going to bother. They're going to expect you to understand their culture. Sung, but the Korean laws sometimes make us speechless. Low. Oh, what kind of Korean laws? It's a very lively place here in Istanbul. Kids playing. Do kids still play in playgrounds in your country? You see, kids still play in playgrounds here, man. Such a beautiful sight. So beautiful to see kids playing in playgrounds. Do kids still play in playgrounds in your country? Wow, 23 views. Wow, good morning, good night, and welcome to my live stream, all of you who are watching quietly. And for those of you who are new to my live stream, this is Limpeh in Istanbul. This is a live stream where every morning I bring you guys to a new cafe or new location here in Istanbul. It's a beautiful autumn morning where I will just grab a coffee and chit chat about my experience here in Istanbul, around the world, of my 20 plus years of living in so many countries around the world, and my deep realizations about life. This is what my live stream is about. If all this sounds interesting to you, do help me smash the like button, subscribe, and join me every morning, every single morning, 10 a.m. Turkey time. Okay? Sung, against crimes, etc., the punishment handout. Oh, Sung, you mean the Korean punishment hangout? The Korean punishment is speechless? Why? I find Korean laws too relaxed, like too lenient actually. Kylie, I plan to go to Korea in a few months. Oh, okay. But how are you going to Korea in a few months? Because Korea is still under lockdown. It's still, oh no, it's not locked now, but you still need quarantine and you still need a special visa to go. So you can't just go to Korea. Right now, many countries in East Asia, you need proper visa. There's no longer visa free. You need like to be either studying or working to go. Yeah, in many countries like Japan, Korea, Singapore, it's not open yet. Asia is still not open for business. Only Thailand is open for business right now. The papermate, I'm still listening while I apply for work. Oh, you're applying for work right now? Like right now, work is easy to find, right? So many people quitting their jobs in America and everywhere. Sung, so your whole life is basically traveling around the world. 20 years is not my whole life, Sung. 20 years is only less than half my life. Sung, I look young, right? You know, when I say I've been living around the world for 20 years, right? People think I've been living around the world all my life, you know, because they think I look 20 plus. Sung, I'm almost 50. I'm closer to 50 than 40 right now, okay? 20 years is not all my life. 20 years is not even half my life. Sung, vaccination travel lane is to Korea from Singapore is opening soon. I see. But Kylie is in America, so Americans still can't travel freely to Korea or Japan or these places yet. So Kylie, I honestly doubt you'll be able to make your Korean trip in a few months. I do not see East Asia opening up in 2022 at all. The amount of fear mongering in East Asia is not going to go away in just a couple of months. Too much fear about COVID in East Asia. I see Korea, Japan, Singapore, and Mongolia shutting down for the whole larger part of 2022. That's my point of view, because that amount of fear that I see is not going to go away in just a few months. JM, are you still a Singapore citizen? Yeah, I still hold the most powerful passport in the world. The Singapore passport. And I still pay Singaporean tax. I still make money, by the way. Yeah? And all my earnings still go to Singapore. And I still pay tax in Singapore. And I still contribute to my retirement fund in Singapore. Yeah. I just don't live there. Good morning, Stanley from Borneo. Selamat pagi. Selamat pagi. Selamat pagi. Oh, in Borneo, do you speak Bahasa? What? You speak Bahasa in Borneo, right? If I'm not wrong, huh? Stanley? Seng. Yeah, actually you look young. Yes, a lot of people think I'm like 20 plus year old, and when I tell them that I have lived overseas for 20 actually more than 20 years, they all go like, what? You look so young and you served 7 years in the Navy. Yes, 7 years in the Navy. After that, 20 years overseas. They go like, what? You know, how old are you? And then I tell them, and then I tell them my age. They go like, no way. I say, yes way. That's how old I am. I'm an old dude, man. Stanley, yes, Bahasa, English and Chinese. Okay. Hang. Selamat pagi. Oh, not pagi, right? Right now it should be afternoon in Borneo. Huh? Late afternoon, yeah? Late afternoon should be what? Selamat malam. Oh, selamat malam. Selamat malam. And for those of you who just joined my live stream, it's kind of, no, usually, right, this is about where I end my live stream. Usually I stream for 1 hour. But these days I've been streaming for 1.5 hours, and always I get the most number of people around this time. You know, if I stream longer, you turn from a morning chat to an afternoon chat, you know. I'll be chatting with you guys all day. Let me check the battery. Okay, the battery is really the main concern. If I run out of battery, then I can't save this video. And yeah, welcome to all of you, and thank you guys once again for joining me on my live stream this morning. Especially to all my regular viewers. My regular viewers, like, there's so many of you right now. I can't even go through your names anymore. I like this view. Yeah, this view is nice. Finish my venti americano, and yeah, all of you, Stanley, all of you regulars, Eugene. I can't go through the list. You guys, if you check out the description in the in the live stream video yesterday, I actually tried to list you guys out. So many regulars right now I have. Stanley, we have a native language, Kadazan. Oh, I never knew that. Oh, Kadazan, interesting. Wow, Kadazan. This is the first time I heard of this language, Kadazan. Very interesting. I don't know what the Kadazan language is like. Okay, so yeah, it's almost 1.5 hours, and this is when I end my live stream. Thank you guys once again for joining me this morning. Very good chatting about supernatural things, chatting about what did we chat about? We chat about supernatural things. What did I talk about in 1.5 hours? Kept talking 1 hour. We spoke about supernatural things. We spoke about how to stay safe, solo traveling. We spoke about Irish, but that's not really a topic. What else did we talk about? Over 1.5 hours of non-stop talking. What did we talk about? We talked about how to stay safe. We talked about supernatural things. And what else? What else did we talk about? Kylie, I always try to join your live streams, especially Kylie on the East Coast, US East Coast. You're literally watching my live stream in the middle of the night, 2 a.m., 2 a.m., 1 a.m. Really appreciate it. Sung, I gotta go soon, ready for work. Take care, bro. Yeah, take care, Sung. Oh, you work at night, Sung. Alphys, have a good day. Have a good day, Alphys. And thank you, Rachel. Have a good day. And it's another Limpeh morning chat here in Istanbul. Annyeong.